more than the orange people has ever done when they had the reins of this country. When we say we are doing more for you, it means that we have done things for you that nobody else has done. For example, the lowest unemployment rate in the history of Jamaica means more jobs for more Jamaicans than any time before. The lowest poverty rate in Jamaica's history means more opportunities for you to build wealth and uplift your families than any other time in the history of this country. The lowest murder rate in 30 years means safer for communities for you and your children over the past 30 years. 8 straight years of no new taxes means more money in your pocket so you can decide how to spend it for you and your families. And in healthcare, since I have been in charge of healthcare, we have done more for you than any time before. 138 health centers upgraded or built over the last 5 years. The most significant improvement in hospital upgrades, Cornwall Regional, which was allowed to collapse because of neglect, Western Child and Adolescent, Spanish Town Hospital, University Hospital in the West Indies, St. Anne's Bay, Maypen, just to name a few, the largest upgrade of hospital infrastructure that this country has ever seen, doing more for you under Andrew Holness and the Labour Party government. More doctors and nurses, almost 3,000 new posts that have been established to put more doctors and nurses in our hospital and health centers. And every one of you, and I know that you know someone in Jamaica who, when them sick and go to the health center, them go to a NHF drug serve window and them get them medication free. 3 million prescriptions delivered to Jamaicans, more than any other time before. And let's not forget, the middle of the greatest global health crisis in 100 years. It's not a pleasant thing to talk about, but it's a reality. We had to make impossible decisions. Under Andrew Holness as leader, we had to protect lives, keep the health system standing, keep the economy from collapsing. More countries stumbled under COVID than little Jamaica, with little but with Talawa under the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party. We stood strong. And even though those years of COVID were lost years, your JLP government still created jobs, still built hospitals, still kept taxes down, and still did more for more Jamaicans. That is what we mean when we say we are doing more for you than anybody else in any time of the history of this country. That is leadership you can trust. Now, I want you to be very clear about this theme that you should be proud of. Doing more for you doesn't mean we have done everything that you want us to do. There's still a lot of work to be done. But the reality is that we have done better than any other alternative that is out there, and that is justification to allowing the Labour Party under Andrew Holness to continue the work and get other things done. We need to be allowed to finish the job, and that's what we humbly ask the Jamaican people to allow us. The PNP said they want to rescue Jamaica. Rescue from what is the question you must ask them. They want to rescue the record number of jobs that we have created, the lowest poverty that we have seen, the largest reduction of crime that we have seen in 30 years. How do you rescue that unless you're going to create more unemployment, create more poverty, and increase crime in this country? I want you to reject that notion. They don't have a track record of doing that. We cannot trust them or their leader and that party to take this country forward. We are at a delicate stage. And guess what? I know me say you can't trust them to run Jamaica. And them say so.
Idiot. You have to face reality.
Listen.
You have to face reality. That Mark Golden must never become Prime Minister of Jamaica. These realities must be faced. These are realities. These are realities. Mark Golden must never become Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I want you to take a guess as to who says so. I know me says so. A KD Knight says so. Them say if Frisch go river bottom and tell you say no go down there, don't go down the labor rights. I'm coming down now because we have to create time for the leader. I want you to remember Finsack when thousands of Jamaicans lost their homes, their farms, their businesses. There was a company called Golden Bunting and something else who made their wealth, their greatest wealth during that time. Another one of their kind said it was the largest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. They were on the rich side. Me and you were on the poor side. And that is another reason why we cannot trust them to lead this country going forward. So I close by saying, I want you to understand what it means doing more for you. You need to go out there and you need to talk to your neighbor and your friend. We choose Jamaica because Jamaica is what we care about. That's what Andrew Holness's work is all about. We are doing more for you than ever before. And as a result, the choice is clear. Jamaica, the Labour Party, is the best party to carry this country forward. Show a Labour right.
We do so much already, now we doing more. We do it. Jamaica Labour Party, yes we do.
Labour rights. Labour rights. Labour rights, are you ready? Labour rights and all Jamaicans. Tonight we choose Jamaica. Third term loading. Tonight, the Prime Minister and our leader will make a significant announcement. And that will bring to your attention to all Jamaicans the need to make a vital decision. Across tonight, we have labourers from every corner of Jamaica. And Jamaicans are listening from Negril Point to Moran Point, north to south. Because you'll have to make a choice what road you travel. What leader you need to lead you down that road that will take us to a country that is safe, that have good order, is growing and moving to prosperity. You have had the experience. We know one leader that has taken us through difficult times. Leadership matters. Andrew Michael Horace, Dr. Michael Horace, took us through the COVID disaster with dignity, with strength and character. And Jamaica came out of it with the fastest recovery in any other country in the Western Hemisphere. Andrew Horace leads. He has brought the economy back to stability so we can find resources to spend on the problems. Building highways, water supply, hospitals, hope housing for poor people, social pension, what is required to give people hope in their country and a share of the wealth in our country. Andrew Horace cares, he's concerned, and he's committed to giving you a country in which every Jamaican can feel safe and there can be realize their dreams. I'll be short tonight because you're waiting to hear him. Among his talents is that Andrew Horace choose people that he can work with and is committed to the cause that will follow his leadership. When you look around him, in the leadership of every sector, he found people competent, capable, and ready to assist in leading the country down a path of peace, goodwill, and prosperity. A path in which every Jamaican is recognized and respected. And today I had the privilege of working in a particular area where it needed the guts and political will to build a security force that could deal with the criminal element that run across this country. Crime was rampant. It's the biggest problem we had in my own constituency. I saw the blood. Many weekends, the time it was such that the police never ever had crime scene tape. So I could walk up to the bodies and look on them. Many were slaughtered. My friend is here from Montego Bay, Eroy, Central. When you walk into Norwood in the morning, 5 dead. People are shot in their homes. The homes burnt with some still alive. And I could tell they were alive because I'm a doctor. You could look at the position. You went in the Salt Spring, the stone, the yard was covered with blood. You could smell the blood. Those of our country know what a butcher shop looked like. But the atmosphere was thick with fear and concern by families who had survived. That is the atmosphere that across Jamaica we inherited. But we care, we're concerned. Some of those people only live on the wrong road. They lived in attracting and informal settlements where violence producers would walk and they would kill them because they figured they would use cell phone and call police. So we set about to correct that. And our leader, our Prime Minister, committed to do it. He had to invest heavily. There are many things to do, but Andrew Horace's concern was for the safety and well-being of all Jamaicans. He chose Jamaica. That is the kind of leader you have. And that's the leader we need to continue to lead us. He is the one who we need to lead us through. The job is not finished. Work has to be done. He set out to fix the communities and to fix the security forces. We passed legislation. We use not only zones, not only state of public emergency. We passed a new act, Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act, to ensure a man who use guns to kill people will pay a penalty. When he kill people wantonly, innocent people, you catch him, you put him away for life. That's what you said. Man who disregard and disrespect poor Jamaicans cannot stay on the street. It's either you give up the gun or face your maker and go to prison for life. One or the other. Violence must stop. The old lady must continue to go prayer meeting Wednesday night. The young boys must be able to play football in the square at nights. Futsal is popular. A man must be able to go to work and leave 1 o'clock in the morning from the hotel, which is now full because Minister Bartlett is putting tourists in the hotel, and come home from the night shift and feel safe. That is the Jamaica we want to build. That's the Jamaica Andrew Horace started to build. The work is not finished. Leadership matters. And I mentioned something before I go on to say more on security. He chose the team. Look around him. On my side of the island, not only crime was high, but tourism was hurting. Today, working hard, Edmund Bartlett bring tourists come full up the hotel them. But we still have to deal with the crime. And today, across the world, Jamaica now have a level 2 travel advisory. You're going to see tourists like sand-grain on the sea at the beach out there when that done, because we fixed the security problem. And we fixed the health problem. We are fixing the health problem. The problem that affect Jamaicans, the problem that affect the economy, and Johon is set out to fix them. But the job is not done. And I urge all of you, when you leave here as laborites, all Jamaicans, you listen. The job needs leadership to complete the task. We are at a crossroads. Choose the right road. When you look on one side, you have a man who same can lead, but who going with him? He's not only a lesser leader than our leader, but he have nobody around him. Nobody can lead. One speaker already mentioned it. My leader just celebrate independence. What him say? Be proud, be bold in the black, green, and gold, the national fabric of Jamaica. Right. Be proud. Well, I said to the other one, him sound like, well, I don't tell you what, I'm not going to say what him saying though. Him sound like a man who go to Bendong Market and look cheap cloth. You know Bendong Market? I said, go. We with the black, green, and gold fabric of the Jamaica flag. That is our leader. He set about, despite of the challenges, to invest in our security forces. And today, everyone out can accept we have a new Jamaica Constabulary Force. Same men and women, but with equipment, with confidence, with training, and new men were recruited. We recruited 6,000 officers to add to the force that they have the manpower to reach everywhere. They were out there complaining, you must go to proximity policing, you must do this, you must do that, but they never gave them the manpower. And Johannes said, we need the security force to protect Jamaicans. Today, in this year, 7 months, there are 298 Jamaicans alive because Andrew Holmes invested in the police force. And this police force is reducing murder every day in greater numbers. Every Jamaican can feel a little safer, but the job not done. Young men and young women are proud to join the police force. We have trained them well. They're not perfect, but you and I know they show greater respect for Jamaicans. They have been trained in rights, and they are committed to protect and serve law-abiding Jamaicans. But if you get trouble, and you have a fire gun, come in when them call you. Or when them come, they are trained to deal with that. We have prepared, trained, and organized a security force to give Jamaicans safety and to provide an environment that we can not only move our own safely, but build an economy. My friends, my colleagues, and Jamaicans across Jamaica, you have a simple decision to make in the next few days. There are 2 roads ahead of us. One, we have started to build public safety. You can walk, you can go to your prayer meeting again Wednesday night. You can walk to school in safety. I go to a school, you find them up there, send them out by taxi to far away. You can now play at nights, whether the old man play domino on the street light or the young boys that play futsal. And we have started back to give permission for the parties, because we know entertainment is a big part of Jamaica's life. It's an economic activity. And my police officer will say, yes, you can do your water party till midnight. We start again. This is how we are working to restore vibrancy in our community. And the zones of special operation, the roads are fixed. The zinc pens gone. Garbage collection up. Drains put in place. And we're giving titles, new schools, new police stations, and opportunity to train young men. In Montego Bay and Kingston, we start a thing to train young men in driving articulated vehicles, heavy-duty equipment. They get good money, and women can do it too. They get to drive a trailer, you make good money more than somebody in a big office. It is because we are committed to a safer country, to a strong community, and to people who can realize their dreams. Andrew Michael Horace, choose Jamaica and choose Jamaicans. So, I give you 2 simple messages. Leadership matters. And there's one leader, one man who can lead us on the road to a safer and more prosperous society. And Dr. Andrew Michael Horace. When the time comes, make sure you put that X beside the bell and reaffirm the mandate for the Jamaica and Andrew Horace.